Hi, this is the real Poketrainer Chris, and today I'm been reading some comments from a channel that may be getting terminated by guess who? Francis Raymond Knight. Now, here are some other impersonation accounts that Francis Raymond Knight has made, and here are some comments that, if you actually read them closely, are exactly how Frank would respond to every other person that he responds to that he hates and wishes they'll get terminated, and at the same time will just make more accounts for him to just rinse, wash, and repeat the same actions that he keeps doing. Mugsy Helber, no, but I have some bad for you. That doesn't make much sense, but okay. Look above us. You have 2 community guideline strikes. And that was from over 2+ months ago, and apparently they removed strikes after, I believe, 90 days after the second one. And leaking personal info and it's a privacy guideline strike. You're done for. Do you know you will? Really? From the same person who leaks private information and makes impersonation accounts of other people. And yet he has an account named Sean Smith is a bum bandit and thinks and accuses him for stealing content when he doesn't have the evidence to actually prove or actually say that he has stolen his said content. When at the same time he says he can report people for privacy complaints, and at the same time, aren't you, Frank, doing the exact same thing? Using videos that you've already privated on your other accounts just to say, oh, here's some face reveals, and then faking other images and trying to bait and twist and troll people when you can't really do that very well. And yet, all you can do is just throw dislike spams and attack people in the Sonic community that you apparently respect, that already have screenshots on, that you're probably going to delete, lie about, and say, oh, that's not me, that's just someone trying to impersonate me. But okay, you be you, I guess. I'm very pleased you do stuff like this that breaks TOS. That's ironic because you do the exact same thing, but let's carry on. I do hope you carry on and so end up losing your channel. And notice how he has ellipses, like he's actually concerned and worried, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, Frank has been terminated more than 7 times for breaking TOS guidelines. And yet, isn't it ironic how he's saying that people are also breaking the TOS community guidelines, yet he's the one that believes that he has the power to break the rules and twist it and spin it into his own personal gain? Isn't that a bit weird? Hearting and liking your own comment like a 12-year-old girl still. That's ironic coming from you, because you do the exact same thing also. And you've done that since the last year, and recently on the King Kermit the Frog video, when he asked if Louis Felicity was still around, and you heart reacted to the question, which again makes you look like the guilty conscience here, because we all know you're the one that bullied people and forced people to quit YouTube and never return. But let's continue with the added comments here, because I have a whole lot more. Oh look, it's Frank again, using his other alternate accounts and impersonation accounts to actually post more drama and bait people to make more videos. Like, for example, same to you, Nan, too. Did you get that your deceased relatives? You're such a dirty little Mongol. Yes, he's using the Mongol insult because it's his favorite word to use, like all the other elitist insults and descriptions that this person uses every day, even in his comment section, especially when he records himself making comments insulting the said people in his community. Again, isn't that hilarious? Go dig up your dead nana more. Like, ooh, wow. Wow, you really are showing you are disrespectful to the Sonic community and everyone around you. And here's another weird thing that popped up. Apparently Frank made an exposing channel on himself. But is it really Frank? Or is it someone trying to impersonate him? Again, I'm unsure about this, but again, the person says his name, and yet his bio is very concerning if you read the part where it says, if you want to date me and stuff, please come to the UK, and mentions his address that I won't even bother reading because his house address, his house has already been leaked online anyway, and again, when it comes to him sharing his main account, again, it's just very, very strange that he's saying this was just a backup that I have, which is kind of funny because you have more than just one backup alt. So saying that this is just a backup in case the other one gets banned, again, doesn't really show or describe much, but to say that every account that you get terminated for abusing the TOS and saying that others are doing the same thing and being ironic, contradictory, and hypocritical makes you into the person you are today. And it gets to a very, very disturbing to a red light alarm kind of issue when he mentions, I also prefer young women. Have a nice day. Now, in context, you wonder, what counts as a young woman? Does it count for teenagers, children, babies? Again, he doesn't describe the the ages of said young women. So again, in context, it can be described as him saying he's a 37-year-old man, but he wants kids, we should say, he wants women so young that he can use, abuse, manipulate, twist them around, and use them as how a person would use. I'm gonna mention maybe some history here, like how Hitler managed to lead an army to get rid of the Jews in some disturbing and horrific situations. So now we have the official Amy Hyperrose Exposing channel, which, again, I question, why leak your own home address when everybody knows where you already live? And why describe that you're so desperate to get a girlfriend? And why also admit that you like women so young that you're pretty much exposing yourself to being one of those types of people that not many people really would like to get to know you better. You pretty much admitting and showing the world that you really are a P to the E to the D to the O to the file. But let's continue on here. And this is the other account, his main one, his official Amy Rose channel, who was recently attacking a recent person who just started YouTube and doing Sonic content. And I will have the video in the description and in the comment section if you wish to view the content that he is just like spamming and attacking a person who just recently started YouTube for. And yet he goes, no one cares, I would dislike spam you, but I don't want to. But at the same time, it's Frank. His mind loves to play more tricks on him than he likes to try and be this UK person who's just gonna randomly play stupid. Because apparently, in terms of UK and American law, if you play stupid, then apparently you can get away with everything. Unless, not to sound racist, if you are a different race, then apparently only those types of people will get arrested in terms of many evidence, but it's just going to be lied and fabricated and thrown towards them. Which, to me, is incredibly racist and unfair to people of other races, because both races matter, and yet here's Francis Raymond Knight here trying to pick on the Sonic community, and yet bullying another person from a Sonic community for playing a Sonic game and dislike spamming him because he can. And yet here is a recent meme that someone actually made, and this pretty much sums up everything in a nutshell. Frank in his halts when his dislike spams on his main and alt. His reaction after being exposed. Tita says, revenge then? And yet, everything Frank does is repetitive, leaving breadcrumbs. His comments are always being tracked and recorded and read. Again, he's very hypocritical and contradictory, as you can see from this video alone. He makes alternate impersonation accounts of everybody he hates and doesn't agree with him on his own terms of whatever it is that he's trying to say. And he likes to pick on people for almost anything from playing video games, how they act, how they speak, what recording software they use, and many other issues that makes you wonder, why am I subscribed to this person? What is this person doing for me? And if this person is trying to help the community, how is he helping the community when he's picking on the said community he's trying to help? And again, it goes even further down the rabbit hole from here. And you have his said community, said people who he is trying to increase the cyber harassment, the drama, and increasing the amount of people that will leave YouTube, quit YouTube, or end their own lives. Well, Frank will just randomly say that, oh, he's sad that this person has ended said life, but at the same time is also the reason why people are ending them said lives, and doesn't understand what mental health or depression or any other emotion or mental disability or condition actually is. Remember, folks, this person likes to accuse people for many things, like, for example, stealing content yet doesn't share any evidence or proof for it. Saying that everyone talks to themselves on alts doesn't show very much proof about it, just shows like maybe the odd one or two comments, and yet doesn't understand the fact that it's so ironic that he does the exact same thing and uses his own alts to use to bash, manipulate, and twist people to say that, oh, this isn't one of his main accounts or alternate accounts or impersonation accounts, to boost his sub views, his content in general, and much more. And yet, you have people like Dark Akon and many people in Frank's cyber harassment and contradictive, really bad exposed videos, and also trying to twist and bend the rules around by copyright striking people for using his own face, when if you look closely in this account here, is that Frank's face? I don't think it is. He's using somebody else's face. So again, if he says he can report people for using his face and other people's faces without their consent or knowledge, don't you think that he'd be banned by now and reported to the police and arrested? But hey, if he's going to keep playing this game of hypocrisy, contradictiveness, and pretend that he is unbeatable and unkillable, again, he's trying to bait people into causing more drama every day. He has many alternate accounts, many impersonation accounts that can show, and his comments are exactly the same. How you can tell? It's easy by the way he uses the word Mongol and other insults that he uses, that he continuously uses, and especially the dead nan insults that he keeps using, because in terms of Francis's mind, he has a few fairly disturbing fetishes. One being the lolly fetish, the fetish of lollies, aka the Amy Rose fetish. Amy Rose is a young girl, young female hedgehog. She's about, from age alone, I believe she was under the age of consent in the UK is 16, and Amy Rose, from memory, was, I'm gonna use the sonic boom. Amy is between the ages of 13 and 15. Now, that would say that Frank is not obliging to the age of consent and actually is breaking the law, which means he is admitting to being a sexual related predator who likes to stalk people online, which he does because, remember, he has all of his accounts, impersonation or otherwise, and is making more accounts to impersonate everybody that he dislikes for their content and everything alone. And of course, he uses his main account to also attack and bully people and dislike spam people. Anyway, even when he says that nobody cares if you get dislike spammed, and yet he continues to force everybody to dislike spam, report spam, and force YouTube to ban those people. Which also, doesn't that count as spamming the report system? Because can't you also get banned for falsifying reports and also spamming the report button until they ban them? You can also get reported for that too, and also banned for that also. So, let's continue. This is another comment where Frank, who privated all of his videos and yet is attacking Kermit, saying, "No, Kermit, I'm here to expose your cack-ass group. I don't care if I'm accusing you of being cultics. You will be damaged and destroyed. And you demo lightsaber conquer lover, you will be taken down." Now, this alone counts as Frank's personality. Him being very destructive, very calculating, and always going for the ones that he believes are weaker than him. Which is why he's attacking people who have less subs than him. Reason he's making videos saying that they talk to themselves on alts and yet makes impersonation accounts on them to try and attack and false report them for said videos that have different opinions and different opinions that contradict the things that he's saying and doing, and yet continues to do anyway. Even if it comes to the fact that he has admitted that he will report and try and ban everyone who uses his face and his content, when at the same time he does the exact same thing with everybody on all of the accounts that he looks at and dictates to. He always does the same thing. He uses people's faces, as you can tell. He is using a face of myself. Again, he can say he can report people for impersonation, and yet, again, he has numerous accounts with impersonations of other people that he dislikes. This man has more alternate accounts and impersonation accounts than Brucey Allen, and we all know that Brucey Allen has at least 63 alternate accounts. And how many does Frank have exactly? Well, besides the 7 plus accounts that have already been terminated for fair use complaints, for impersonation, for harassment, bullying, terrorism, and any ever stuff that again breaks the TOS in terms of their own rules, that again he is trying so hard to manipulate, twist, and say that he is the messiah or the god of YouTube, and everyone should bow down to him, be his slave, have him do whatever he wants to do with you, even if it means him going after you, trying to end your life, and much more. Again, it's Frank. It doesn't matter how many times he keeps coming back. He's just going to keep getting reported over and over again. And again, this is a person who has such a sensitive, fragile, disturbed mind that he became a criminal. A criminal who does nothing but give fear and hatred towards everyone around the world. And again, humanity is something you can live for, or with what Frank's doing, waste it all. Because in terms of humanity, we eat, we sleep, we breed, we survive. What Frank believes is he eats, nobody else eats. He drinks, nobody else drinks. He breeds, nobody else breeds. Everybody else should pass away and be removed by death or everything else. He shouldn't. Everybody else should follow said rules and the law, but he shouldn't. Again, when it comes to Frank in terms of his personality and how much he contradicts and tries to behave and say that he is trying to change and be a nice person, it backfires. It always backfires. He leaves so much stuff that calls himself out. He doesn't have the right evidence or proof. He accuses everyone before he even gets to know the full story. And again, It's Frank. Nothing has changed, and there's nothing really new to actually say about him besides he's making a mockery of himself and trying to destroy a community that he wishes to build at the same time. And again, this is a person who is part of the Sonic community and is also part of the Street Fighter community, and also is somewhat part gamer as well. And yet, again, I ask, why attack people from TikTokers to Sonic content, Sonic YouTubers, or gaming channels, or other channels in general? If you respect their community, you wouldn't be attacking them, would you? Especially when they are Sonic gameplay channels. And yet, here you are trying to say, oh, I'm dislike spamming you because you're using TazBots. Aren't you friends with a certain person on Discord who actually gave you a TazBot related Sonic thing that you actually posted a comment on like maybe a month or two ago? Bit weird how you are now reporting people saying that, oh, you're getting dislike spam because you're using TazBots, and I'm going to report everybody that uses my face and content without my permission, when you don't have the right to actually have permission to use everybody else's faces. Well, again, Frank, it's freedom of speech. I'm allowed to give my criticisms, my points, and actually show proof when it's needed. I'm actually surprised that you don't even know how to do that yourself without having to private all of your videos, hide, run away, make more alternate accounts, try and say that, oh, I just do gameplay stuff, and then use your alternate account or impersonation account to say, oh, this person is doing this, and this, and showing everything else about not just your home address, or your face, or your home address. Again, you posted it up on YouTube. That means everybody has the right to actually use the said image and screenshots and everything of your videos, as long as it is criticism or doing a review, etc. So again, if you do try to falsify and report everybody for using your face and making it as a privacy complaint, again, everybody has the exact same idea to do the same with you. Especially when you live in the UK. Again, how many people are you impersonating that live in the UK and the USA that can report you for impersonation, which also includes the police coming straight to your door again, knocking on your door again, while you go, oh shit, it's the police, delete your accounts and evidence again, and when they leave again, you go, ha ha ha, I got away with it, and then make more of your impersonation accounts and replace the ones that you have deleted, and do the exact same thing over and over and over again. Again, Frank, you do the exact same things every day. You accuse and abuse people every day. You even said in a comment that everyone is turning into you, and yet here you are attacking other people that are not involved in any of this drama that you wish to drag into a said drama. Again, for a person who that gains more than 100 plus subscribers every day on your main account, you're very, very strange tactics here, trying to attack other people in other communities to try and get yourself taken down faster? Is that what I'm trying to get here? Because, again, if you're attacking people in other communities, the other communities aren't going to look up to you or respect you or subscribe to you or view any of your content. They're going to see you as a heartless, soulless, uncaring, unforgiving, two-faced, manipulating, word-twisting, alt-talking, forever alone, forever single, forever a criminal, and forever the long-lost male 37-year-old man who, again, will always wish to live in fear and make sure that everybody else also lives in fear, while you send death threats, while you send people to attack others for you, Why you hide in private and unlist all your videos? Especially the ones that you know will easily get you in jail while you delete them. And again, Frank, if you think you can change, the whole YouTube community already knows you won't. Especially when the people you are supposedly friends with, that you use as puppets to do your own disturbing and messed up things, they'll eventually snap out of it. And whilst you attack people that were your friends, like Tails.exe, and many other people around you, again, we're not the ones doing that. You're the one attacking them now. And when it comes to, will you ever learn? No, you won't. Will you ever be trusted again? No, you won't. Will you ever stop threatening people online or offline while saying, boo-hoo, this person's going to kill themselves and I don't give a crap, you're not going to kill yourselves, and then throw the whole, you're a waste man, you're a go suck your dead man, go do this, go do that. Like, come on, man, you're 37. Act like a adult. Stop trying to fight the world, because the world is just going to make sure you get what you deserve. Karma. Now, if you don't know what karma is, the bad gets what they deserve. Punishment. And yet you believe that everybody else deserves punishment because of things that they do. And yet, again, when it comes to yourself saying that people should not put their noses in other people's businesses, what gives you the right to dictate and say what everybody else can and can't do in terms of content, in terms of research, in terms of education, in terms of you not ever going to live or respect or learn from your sins that you continue to do? This is the Real Poker Trainer Chris, and I'm signing out.